who is a of Texas Southern. And so, speaking of Clyde, any members and Rdevians in the chat, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourselves, you can too. I know I see Zion and Clyde here. Well, let's circle back to them. We'll be here for a little bit, so we got plenty of time for introductions. All right, and we've got Carson going to Morehouse. So another somebody for Reverend Kosh to be on the lookout for. And Madison, who is going to be across the street at Spelman. So happy to have everybody here this morning, and we'll do a few more times for introduction again. And we can skip past that one. So now I'm going to recognize a few of our sponsors, the people who really helped us make this event happen. So first, we've got Peerspace, who is our title sponsor. They donated $5,000, which helped us secure the location and a lot of the things that made today a success at the physical location in Florida. So huge thanks to Peerspace. Next, we have our brunch time sponsor, Munger, Tolles, and Olson, who donated $1,000. So big shout out to Munger, Tolles, and Olson. Okay. And now we have one of our amazing sponsors, Ms. Deb Tuggle with Bite Me. They are our hashtag Black-owned business partner. And they've got a video telling you more about.
Hi, Maura Tuckler here with Bite Me Inc., a cookie manufacturer here in the state of Washington, writing cookies for grocery stores all over the country. More importantly, we're here to talk about Rdevia. As a small organization, Rdevia sold fried chicken, hamburgers, and fries to get their start. And today they're working with major brands and major sponsorships to continue what Rdevia has done over the years, working with students, sponsorships, internships, mentoring students. And we couldn't be, as a company, we couldn't be more proud than to work with a group like Rdevia. Please continue to support Rdevia in their efforts, as we will do the same.
And we are super thankful for the partnership with Bite Me. If you've got a brunch kit, I imagine you have a cookie from Bite Me, and so you can see how good they are. I really enjoy getting them every year. So huge thanks to them for their constant support.
Hi, Deborah Tuckler.
Okay. Our next Black-owned business partner is Boca Flavor, and we've also got a video from them.
Hi, Deborah.
Hello, Doing the Morning attendees, and congratulations to all of the scholarship winners on your accomplishments so far. My college experiences have been incredibly rewarding and allowed me to form some amazing relationships with people who I've had the pleasure of developing several businesses with. One of those businesses is Boca Flavor, a food business bringing bold Caribbean flavor to foodies and chefs alike.
We recall those days in college when finding food was a challenge, especially when it came to having that Caribbean flavor for us, being that we're both from the Caribbean. We would travel miles to go home to get a little bit of that sweet home essence. And with that, we decided to create something through Boca Flavor called Taino Spice. It's an all-purpose, all-natural, non-GMO, MSG-free seasoning that's 19 ingredients infused to bring you goodness for every day. And so we want to share that with everyone, especially college students, because you don't want to have to use your friend's meal ticket, to get that next meal. We want to be able to help you as you embark on adulthood through these college years to create meals that not just put you in a good mood, but also help stimulate you to keep you mentally resilient through these years in adulthood. And that is the BF promise. It's the Boca Flavor promise. USA made, Caribbean infused, altogether bold. So we know that that's important at all stages of life in order to ensure that you stay resilient and stay fully nourished.
We know that healthy living starts with healthy eating, and Boca Flavor wants to be at the forefront of helping our beginner and seasoned cooks liven up their cooking with our all-purpose seasoning. To help get you started, a sample has been provided in your brunch kits. Feel free to try us out and let us know what you think. We hope you enjoy the program, keep being bold, and continue breaking barriers.
Congrats, guys.
All right, now that's exciting to me. I can remember being at school struggling, trying to find something good and healthy to eat. Usually, good got put over healthy. And so I'm excited to try this. I usually bake, a little bit of personal information. I'm a baker. I love making cakes, pies, cobblers, all that type of stuff. But when I get a chance to make a good dish, I take it. And so I will definitely be using my vocal flavor when I get my brunch kit. And that concludes the formal part of our pre-show. So until we're ready to transition to our folks in person, we just got time to mix mingle. If anybody else wants to come on and kind of share what brought you here today, why you support HBCUs, if anybody wants to just brag about their school, the ones that are getting ready to graduate, you want to talk about what you're excited about when transitioning to HBCU, we can just do that until we're ready to get the show started down in Florida. And I've got some music that I'm gonna try to play in the background too. I was playing it before we got started. Could y'all hear the song "Like the Dude"? Could y'all hear that in
Yeah.
the? Y'all did? Okay, yeah, that means it did it right. So I'll go ahead and kind of play that in the background too. If anybody wants to come off and talk while we wait, feel free to at any point.
Cool. So, hey guys, again, Kyle Davis, electrical engineering student at Southern. I'm also the student ambassador for the Career Services and president of Collegiate 100. But if anybody's looking to get an internship, co-ops, or full-time positions, if you need help with your resumes, cover letters, things of that nature, feel free to reach out. I'll drop my email and my LinkedIn in the group message. If you need any help with resumes, cover letters, and things of that nature, career portfolios, elevator pitches, I work on those things with my peers and people back at the Southern University. So anyway I can help, please let me know. And or I have a full-time position with Lockheed Martin in Fort Worth, Dallas, Texas, starting in June. So graduating in May and starting to work in June.
What high school did you go to in Breaux Bridge?
Robert Senior High,
And what year did you graduate?
2016.
16. Okay, okay. One of my fraternity brothers is from Breaux Bridge. I don't remember what school he went to. He would have graduated in 2018.
Okay,
But I know y'all probably know each other anyway. We can connect more about that
for
offline.
sure.
Hi there. My name is Carson. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. Right now I attend the Friends School, Baltimore. Um, and I'm a senior at that school. And during the fall, I plan on attending Morehouse College. I'm pretty excited for the HBC experience, although it's going to be definitely a change in pace coming from Baltimore to Atlanta. But nonetheless, I'm still excited. So, yeah.
Thank you, Carson. We are glad to have you here, and I hope that you enjoy your college experience. I have heard nothing but good things about the AUC, so I'm sure they're going to show you a good time. You will be surrounded by good people. Did you say what you're majoring in? Do you know what you're majoring in yet?
Right now it's comms, but I want to move into film and television. Um, yeah, since at Morehouse, you have to finish a certain amount of semesters before you can go into film and television. But either way, I think that I think it's going to be a very good experience. Again, also I've heard nothing but good things. I got to visit the campus about a year ago. Um, and I really once I stepped on the campus, I was like, this is the place. This is where I want to be for a bit.
See, that's good. I think most of us can remember when you knew the school was a school for you. It's something about when you get to a campus and you really feel like this is home, like this is the place where you really feel connected. So that's really good. And please, moving forward, let us know if there's anything that we can do to support you when you get there.
Absolutely, thank you.
And hey, Mr. Freeman. So I was also the mentor of the year of my mentoring program in 2018.
Sure.
So I do offer mentoring to like first year and second year students. So during your transition, if you ever need like help or guidance on how to navigate different spaces or HBCUs in general, even though I don't go to Morehouse, probably know people that went to Clark, Atlanta, or in that AUC system. But yeah, if I could be assistance to you, helping you navigate your first year, let me know. I won't be in school, but you like I said, you can connect with me on LinkedIn and you have my email, so you can reach out at any time. Whether it's like
Absolutely.
scholarship helps, how to apply scholarships, financial aid,
Absolutely.
ratio, financial aid across all HBCUs are kind of the same. Hard to get through it, but yeah, if anything I can help you with, or you just need somebody to talk to that probably recently been through the process of HBCU, feel free to reach out.
Absolutely. Definitely will need help with financial aid. Just because it's more, although I'd love to. I'm planning on attending Morehouse. I'm still working out the financials. And applying for scholarships. So like I have enough for maybe like the first, second semester, but then also I want to make sure I can carry myself financially through semesters and semesters after that. So I'll definitely reach out.
Excellent. So my quick advice to that is since you think you will have like 2 semesters already paid for, hit the ground running, like literally 4.0, right? Because your first year and a half is your core classes, and that will be your easiest classes. So once you get in your major, that's higher education, right? That's what college is. So
Mm,
once you get your actual major, you'll be learning things that you're not accustomed to unless you took classes like that before in the past, which most times you have to pay for because high schools don't offer it unless you go to one of the top high schools in the country. So I would say hit the ground running. I'm not just saying that to be like, oh, have good grades, but no. Well, I always tell like first year and second year students, even my little cousins or people in high school, you have access to $1 million when you become a college student because the scholarships are limitless. They have so many people that's willing um like this scholarship program right here, right? They have so many people that want to support young individuals financially to get them through the finish line because they understand that finances could play a big issue. So if you
right.
have a 4.0, you have access to a small window of high ranked scholarships because the higher your GPA, more scholarships you could get. So like say if you have a 3.0, right? So
Mm,
you probably in a pool that a lot of people that have a 3.0. But if you have a 4.0, or 3.7, whatever case may be, you're in a smaller pool. And when your GPA goes up, the scholarship amount goes up. Some people be
right.
getting 20,000 scholarships, but it only
Right.
be for 3.5s and up. So
Yeah.
that's a smaller window, so you have a better chance of getting it. And a lot of people don't apply. So literally hit the ground running. Yeah, enjoy, but make sure you're on top of your classes, visiting office hours. Make sure you get that 4.0, 3.8, 3.9. Try to be as perfect as possible. And then that will be able to fund the rest of your education.
Right.
So you won't have to worry about it as long as you do what you need to do in your first 2 semesters. I've
Like
done start off with a 3.3, was able to get scholarships, was able to get a research opportunity, and then that led into an internship. And ever since then, I always had some type of money in my pocket because I had internships every summer, and I'll keep applying to scholarships because my GPA was high. But my GPA was low. You can't get scholarships. You probably won't be able to get research opportunities, and you probably won't be able to get scholarships, research opportunities, and you won't be able to get internships and co-ops. So
absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for the advice. Very helpful. Thank you.
And Dr. Tuma has also said that she wants to connect with the young scholars and other people on the call too. So that'll be somebody else that we should all keep in mind moving forward to as well, especially for the college students or the current college students. Go ahead, Dr. Tuma.
Thank you. Excuse me. Good morning, everyone. So this is for Carson. If there are any other scholars that are attending Morehouse, Carson, I want you to write this name down. Lamario Primus. He is the executive director of financial aid and scholarships. I know him personally. Please tell him that Sister Tiffany Tuma sent you over there to him. He has been there for a few months and was at Atlanta Tech, I believe, or Atlanta Metro, but he's the executive director of financial aid and scholarships there. And I know him personally. So again, tell him Sister Tiffany Tuma, and he'll know what that means, sent you. So
Do you mind typing that name down for me so I can just put it in my notes?
I'll drop it in the chat.
Thank you very much.
And Carson, that's an example of how the HBCU network works. You never know who knows who, and folks are always going to be reaching out with good people that you need to be connected with too. And again, anybody else, while we're here waiting, if you want to come off the mic or you want to come on the mic at any time, feel free to.
Hey, Mr. Lewis, quick question.
Go for it.
Did you see my direct message I sent to you in the chat about TLSM?
Yes, 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 yes. So
Okay.
that's the program that Yoshi runs.
Yes,
Okay, yeah. I don't know him personally, but I followed it when he really started gaining traction with it. So yeah, and thank you for sharing it too.
no problem. I know him personally, so if you need any connections and help, let me know.
Oh, bet. I
Yeah,
saw your LinkedIn message too. So once we hop off of here, I will hit you back on there.
got you.
Brandon asked if anybody has any interesting summer plans. Mine are not interesting. I'll be taking the Mississippi bar in July, so I'll be studying for that all summer. So if anybody is doing anything exciting, please let me know so I can prepare to live through you.
Well, I'm thinking about ordering my passport and trying to take a trip to Africa. So yeah, we'll see how that goes.
That'll be fun.
What about you, Brandon? Any summer plans for you?
Hey,
Brandon.
I'm so glad you said going to Africa. I just went to Kenya 2 years ago in February. I stayed for almost a month, like 2 or 3 weeks. It was beautiful. Went to Mombasa and I stayed with his uncle in this nice house. He had like farms in the backyard and animals. Got to see like if you drive on the highway, right, you can see like zebras like on the side of the road and like different animals and like monkeys. We stayed at this beach house. There were monkeys all in the in the back and everything. So the whole country is beautiful. So I'm glad you're doing that. But for my summer, I'm still internship hunting. I do have an internship in Flint, Michigan. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. So
Congratulations.
yeah, I'm still looking for other options. I would love to go out of state.
Okay. Come down to the boot. Come down to Louisiana.
Oh, I'm already here. I'm at Grambling State. Do you have
Uh,
any? Do you know of any?
what type of scholarships you looking for?
Well, scholarships and internships.
Scholarships. Okay. I know at Southern we have a SUS Foundation. So that's where they have like all the donors that give like submit applications for scholarships and we just gotta apply to it. Do you know if y'all have something like that at Grambling?
Can you say that one more time? Sorry.
Also, at Southern University, we have the SUS Foundation. That's where our donors and philanthropists donate money towards the students in forms of scholarships. Do y'all know y'all have something like that at Grambling?
I'm not sure that we do. I'll have to look that up.
And
I
also
use
definitely what's your classification?
so I'm a senior, but I graduate in the fall,
Okay.
23.
Do you know your advisors very well? Or do you kind of advise yourself for the most part?
I kind of advise myself honestly.
So I would definitely recommend you go to your advisor that's listed on, because you're a senior, so you go to your major advisor, not your first advisor that you got as a freshman. Go to them and ask them about scholarship opportunities and ask them where like if you have a foundation where you have alumni and philanthropists that donate money in forms of scholarships that you could apply for. Because usually every university have like a page where they have like all the scholarships that you could apply for. And they give you like all the different requirements, GPAs, and different things of that nature.
Okay, I'll get
Yeah.
on that.
But I definitely recommend have your career portfolio ready. So career portfolio is it consists of like a resume, cover letter, personal statement, letter recommendations, any certification that you may have, right? And keep that, just put that in like one solid folder and keep that there, right? And use those things as a template. So when you're applying to scholarships, and make sure you do that, right? Read your personal statement in case you have any verbiage about said scholarship to make sure you
Mhm.
don't send that. Say you probably applying to Rdevia, but you applied to a ESPN scholarship and you probably didn't update the ESPN scholarship to say Rdevia, right? It would look like, oh well, he just copied and pasted something, right? It's like you create a template so you don't have to keep creating personal statements and keep creating a different resume or keep creating a different document that is kind of like the same thing from the previous scholarships. So you can have a template. So when it's time to apply to scholarships, it makes the process way quicker and less exhausting because you're a senior, so you probably understand like time management and how busy upper level courses get. So you don't always have time to sit down and write a well thought out personal statement that encompasses who you are, right? So I'll say create those templates, and then when your resume comes on, make sure you just review it real quick, edit it if you have to, and submit.
Okay, thanks for that. Thanks for that information.
No problem. And internships, same thing with your career portfolio. So like have those things ready for internships as well. The exact same way. But the cover letter will play, a bigger factor because of a lot of companies offer that option to submit an extra documentation when it comes to their recommendations and all cover letters. And a lot of people don't do it. So if you do it, it give you another leg up, give you another height above the competition. So yeah, like I said, if you need help, you have my LinkedIn and like I said, we could get on a Zoom call and talk it out. And also, like I said, I also mentor. So when it comes to like jobs and well, not I don't look at jobs when it comes to college level, I look at careers, right? So what career path you want to take and why we could discuss that as well. Because I'm big on following your passion because the money will come, right? Because if you're the best at what you do and you love what you do, the money always follows, opposed to doing something you hate. You're probably not gonna be the best at it because you don't like what you're doing. So you won't get paid the best. So I help with that as well when it comes to like figuring out the career path or just brainstorming those ideas.
Okay, great. Yeah, we'll definitely connect on LinkedIn.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to it.
Oh, and what country are you going to in Africa?
So I have to look at it again because I was supposed to go in 2020, so I have to find out that link and where it's at. But I'm a big African guy when it comes to like history and the origin of things. So they have a guy that takes a group of people uh on like a 12, 13-day trip from the North Africa to South Africa. And we go to like the Sphinx and he reads like hieroglyphs and he's been doing it for the past 15 years. So he breaks down like what our ancestors wrote in stone and what it means and how it ties into how we influenced the Europeans that turned into the white individuals that started America. So,
Right.
so yeah, it's not like a one area. It's kind of like a tour of Africa. Just
That
like,
sounds.
yeah, but yeah, that's what I gotta find it again because now I
You
have
said
money to
please.
do it. So
Reverend Kosh has also put his email in the chat and a few other scholarship resources. So y'all be sure to check those out too. And I've got word from the people in Florida that we've got about 5 more minutes. So for anybody that may have hopped on recently, we're just networking, introducing yourselves, telling why you love your school, what you're excited for, what you remember, your most memorable events from when you were at school. And we're doing that until we get ready to start the full program. And one question for, I think, Brendan, did you say what you were majoring in?
I'm a senior computer information systems major.
Okay, computer information systems. Okay.
Excellent major. You definitely should be in contact because I'm electrical engineering, so we kind of do a little bit what y'all do, a little bit, like take some computer classes.
Okay, sounds good.
And also look up, create a Thurgood Marshall account. You hear about yes, you hear about Thurgood Marshall because they partner with like Southern and Grambling and most HBCUs. You know about Thurgood Marshall College Fund?
I do. A lot of the opportunities and scholarship I've won came from Thurgood Marshall.
Okay, all right, you're already on it. Good.
Yep.
Hey, Dr. Toom, I see your hand. Is that still from earlier? You got something that you want to say?
No, I just wanted to just chat. I know we had a few more minutes. I know we put some things in the chat, but I just wanted to, I guess, formally introduce myself. So my pathway is a little bit different than it seems from the young scholars and other scholars on the call. So I actually started my undergraduate career, actually my undergrad and my master's at a PWI. And then I knew for my last degree, I wanted to be from an HBCU. So I went to Georgia State in Atlanta. Very diverse institution. Then I went to Auburn University in Alabama, and then I finally ended up at the Jackson State University. So I finally made it to the family. I'm excited to be amongst such a rich legacy of HBCU alumni. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just really glad to be here. I'm not sure if Marquise is going to ask me to speak later because I didn't submit a video, but I just wanted to formally introduce myself. I lived in Atlanta for quite a while outside of being there for undergrad. So those students that are going to the AUC, I dropped my LinkedIn in there. If you want my personal email address, I can do that as well. I still have connections in the AUC. I have a really great friend who's at Georgia Tech. I know it's not an HBCU, but if you all are in the area and just need some resources, need some assistance, just need someone to talk to, I do have folks that are still in the Atlanta area. So that's it. I just wanted to introduce myself and just fill in some time since we are getting ready to get started. Thank you.
Thank you, Doc. Nice to officially meet. And again, Jackson State, happy here. But yeah, so again, Dr. Tuma has offered herself as a resource. Sounds like she has a wealth of knowledge. So current students, especially if you're going to be in Atlanta, please take her up on her offer. If she can't do it, she's saying that she can connect you with somebody that can. And anybody else that just joined, we're about to get started in a few minutes, but if you want to introduce yourself, say what you do, who you are, connect with some current students, connect with other professionals. We're just doing basically networking until we start the event. And you don't need to be recognized. If you want to come off the mic at any point, feel free to.
But I want you to look at them and say, like we do in the mornings, may he rest upon your heart. May he saturate you with his glory. If I look at them and say, may he saturate you with his glory. Come on, we're gonna sing to our neighbors tonight. Come on, and sing it this way. Yeah.
Thank you so much. If we can we clap it up for our saxophonist? Yeah, thank you so much. You may hear more from him later in our program. Once again, thank you all so much for your patience, for your time. I am Terrence McQueen, a proud 2019 graduate of Morehouse College, and I have the pleasure of serving as your host. And what we're going to do now is begin with our invocation by our General Parliamentarian, Sir Clay Rand Delaney. After Clay Rand, we will hear from Florida Memorial's University Ambassador Chorale as they perform the National Negro Anthem, and then I will return.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we come before you today in humility and faith. We thank you for all you have given us and the many blessings in our lives. We ask for your guidance and strength Show us the way and fill us with courage and wisdom. Help us to remember your love and grace and to be faithful in our service to you. Give us the patience and understanding to face life challenges with grace. Thank you for every seat that has been filled here today. For each mind and heart that fills the presence of this room, we thank you. Only you truly know what we are setting out to accomplish today. We have an idea, a vision, hints, and daily instructions. We have talents, abilities, and time to work. However, only you can see in perfect detail the end of every beginning, every project, every season, every life. Nothing is ever in vain, for even mistakes and missteps are used for good. Your righteousness transcends all our efforts and understanding. Forgive us of our pride, the pride that puffs us up and the pride that threatens to unqualify us. Strengthen our confidence in who you have made us to be. Set us free from comparison in order to work together efficiently. We ask these things in your name. Amen.
HBCUs, but proud of them. I support HBCUs because so many people and places have been positively impacted by HBCUs and their alumni. Here are 3 reasons why you should consider supporting. Number 1, competitive, top-notch education. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once stated, "The function of education is to teach one to think intensively and critically. Intelligence plus character. That is the goal of a true education." When you attend an HBCU, you are receiving a top-tier education where students enter to learn and depart ready to serve. Number 2, caring community. From the admissions office all the way to the faculty. HBCUs across the nation are known for their family atmospheres. The student to teacher ratio just helps foster this sense of belonging in the classroom. Not to mention, homecomings are like a big family reunion. And number 3, the culture. HBCUs have a rich history, full of faith and social progress. I may never be able to pay back everybody who poured into me at my HBCU, but I strive to pay it forward. That's why I'm serving on the board so that we can continue to pray for and fight for our HBCUs and the resources that we need. Peace.
On to our next board visitor. Our next visitor that will be joining us for this coming year is Natasha Richburg. She is the former government IT executive. Natasha is the CEO of CNR Ministries, LLC, Natasha Productions. Ms. Richburg is an author, IT consultant, life coach, talent manager, and she is an information technology adjunct instructor at the University of Maryland, Baltimore County. And we will hear from her.
Richburg, proud graduate of an HBCU. I graduated from Morgan State University with my MBA. I'm excited to be a member of the board and look forward to helping students have great experiences at HBCUs because HBCUs helped me, my life, and my work experiences. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Richburg. We also now have the pleasure, our next visitor who is present with us virtually, who has already introduced herself virtually, but maybe we have not got a chance to hear from her. So after I read her bio, she'll come for maybe about 2 minutes to greet us. Dr. Tiffany Tuma. Dr. Tiffany C. Tuma is a program analyst at the U.S. Department of HUD in Washington, D.C. She has a BA in psychology and an MED in counseling and an executive PhD from Jackson State University. Lastly, Dr. Tuma wants us to know that she is an active member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Dr. Tuma.
Yes, good morning. Good morning and greetings, everyone. I am honored to be here and I'm honored to serve. I am a recent graduate of the Jackson State University, where I received my executive PhD in urban higher education just last year. So I'm finally a part of the HBCU family. I wanted to be a part of this wonderful organization because of someone I consider to be a mentor, a colleague, a big brother, is a leader, a senior leader on the board. And I just asked him, his name is Dr. Raphael Moffitt. I just asked him how I could be a part. I wanted to support. I believe in the mission of HBCUs, the access. I feel that all young people, especially our Black students, our Black scholars, should have a chance to be able to attend and learn and grow and thrive in any type of institution that they so please. I did not have a chance to attend an HBCU for undergrad, which is more of a reason why I wanted to be a part of this organization, because it was a financial reason why I wasn't able to attend my first choice institution. And I don't want any young person to not be able to attend the top choice of their institution. So I'm just glad to be here. I'm glad to be a part of this wonderful organization, to be a part of the incoming board members, and just really be a part of the HBCU family and continue the legacy of HBCUs in my family. St. Aug, Shaw, Winston-Salem State, Morehouse, FAMU. I could go on, and now I can finally say I'm a part. So thank you for having me. Thank you for accepting my membership, and I'm just glad to serve and just be able to carry out the mission of the HBCUs and just to serve people. So thank you.
Are not able to attend HBCUs due to financial packages, due to money reasons. And although she was not able to attend for her bachelor's, she eventually made her way there. So I think that is quite commendable. And also speaking to something that must be done for our students to be sure that they can attend their top choice, which might be FAMU, which might be Florida Memorial, which might be Morehouse, which might be Jackson State. And if not, being sure that Black students can, if that's their desire, to go and earn a higher education degree. Now, thanks to our board of visitors, our incoming visitors, and we look forward to working with you. While we are excited for what is to come for the future, we are very much so excited about our history and where we've come from. And we would like to take a moment now to hear about the history of Rdevia and where it started. So we will be hearing from our historian in the person of Madam Brianna McBride. After our historian comes, we will hear from Marquise, who will lead us into our awards and recognition. Brianna?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Please bear with me on my nerves. Edward Everett Hall once said, "Coming together is a beginning, keeping together is a progress, and working together is success." My name is Brianna McBride, and I preside as the current historian of Rdevia. I have had the pleasure of being with this organization from the very beginning, since March 5th, 2015, and have firsthand experience of the many trials, tribulations, and triumphs of the org. I was here when we held our first of many annual symposiums for the preservation of pristine, historically Black colleges and universities, or HBCUs, dating back to February 2016, and since we were called Club 1964. I have gained firsthand experience, knowledge, pride, and progress we have established, and it has been in my utmost pleasure to be a part of this evolutionary positive precipice. When our organization changed names from Club 1964 to Rdevia in 2020s, questions arose whether or not our aims and ambitions would have the same impact. We want HBCUs to keep rising. We want our people to keep thriving. We want you to join and continue in making it happen. Our mission is to empower marginalized communities through an education that embraces who they are and who they can become. Stated in our vision, we dream of a learned society of people who value one another and the roles we play in making the world a better place. The success of our mission and vision are hard to measure or quantify, but that has never stopped us from making great strides towards greater changes. From the start, our mission, vision, and purpose for collaborating together has never faltered, and it is for that reason that I have remained loyal to the cause and community we continue to serve. After the collective decision was made to move forward with a new identity, we made a top priority to maintain the integral duty of sustaining the essential needs of HBCUs, alumni, potential students, as well as allies. Modern time, technology, and politics require that we adapt and respond to critical and foundational drawbacks. Nevertheless, we progressed, and here we are here today. I am thankful to be a part of such an organization that's so great. I thank you for your continued support and efforts, and I pray that you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much to our historian, and now we will hear from Marquise. Marquise. I see Marquise. Can we clap it up for our historian and our founder? Thank you so much.
Okay, so good morning, everybody. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Thank y'all for being here. Oh, I hear my voice. That's not cool. So thank you all for being here this morning. This event we call Doing the Morning, and it is our annual brunch time celebration of the work that we do throughout the year. Hopefully some of you had the opportunity on your way up to build a care package. Throughout the year, we raise funds to provide these care packages to HBCU students. So in the past year, we provided around 300 care packages to students at Florida Memorial University. That's here. There's some of our alma maters. Are there any Lions in the house? Yeah, we got a few Lions. Cool. And we gave some to Edward Waters University in Jacksonville, Florida. And then I took a drive to Talladega, Alabama, where we passed out some of these packages to students at Talladega College. While we were on these campuses, we also hosted leadership summits. We had the opportunity to be joined by Jennifer Lewis at FMU, and we hope to continue these kind of relationships moving forward. In addition to our care packages, we provide scholarships to students. Some of those scholarships will be announced today and awarded. I believe last year we awarded around $3,000 in scholarships. I think this year, I don't got the number top of my head, but it's more than last year. And next year's goal is to provide $8,000. And by 2025, our goal is to award $25,000 in total to students. And then each year after that, award at least $10,000. All of that is made possible through some of our generous donors. Do we have any donors in the house? There's a lot of people here who donated. I think most of us have donated. So all of you make that work possible. In addition to our sponsors who are reflected in our booklet, and in addition to our care packages and our scholarships, we provide apprenticeships to students who have graduated from HBCUs. And of course, we promote the good work that they are doing. All of that being said, that's my spiel for today. My main goal is to go over some of our awards or recognize different ones who work with us in what we call the fight for HBCUs. We all fight in our own way, right? Some of us post on social media. Some of us represent when we go out to the airport, we dress with our t-shirts. Some of us actively give back to students. One of our scholarships, the Dr. Renee Posey Scholarship, was started because Dr. Posey said, hey, I give money to students already every year on my own. Is there a way that I could work with you all to provide that in the form of a scholarship? And we said, sure. And that was the launch of the Dr. Posey Scholarship, right? So she was already doing her own thing and decided to partner with us. Miss Sue is an ambassador for Florida Memorial University and actively promotes HBCUs. She asked, hey, are there ways that I could get involved with what you all are doing? And because of her, we recently in December received a $2,000 donation from one of her friends. So all of that is how we all fight for HBCUs. And during our awards piece, we'll be recognizing some of those who help us fight, and we'll also be recognizing some students who we fight for. Thank God. So I think we can move forward. I'm not certain who is controlling this. I don't know if I was supposed to be using a microphone. Okay. So first we will go over some of our leadership essentials. What this is we are recognizing our leaders who have already been leading with us in the fight and are now ascending to different positions. As a reminder, before we go into our awards, this is a hybrid program. So we have some of you here in person, but I believe we have a good amount of people who are virtual. So for some of the people who are not here in person, they'll receive their awards and recognition at a later time in person. We do travel, so we'll get to them eventually. I think we can move forward. I'd like to begin by recognizing Dr. Tamika Bradley Hobbs, who is not here with us today. She has served on the Board of Visitors for the past 2 years. She was also instrumental in starting this organization back on March 5th, 2015. I believe she was one of the very first people I went to after I got off the bus with Brianna and this whole idea came to pass. She served as our first advisor of our chapter at FMU. For those of us who've been on the college campus, you know, you can't start an organization without an advisor. She said, I'll do it as long as you make my job easy. And we did our best to not make hard work for her. And because she trusted our leadership, she has remained a supporter of our organization. And 2 years ago, she joined our board. She was instrumental in securing a partnership between us and the FMU Social Justice Institute. I believe they donated about $2,000 maybe to our HBCU Teen program. And because of all the wonderful work she did while she was on the board, we're recognizing her with this emeritus status. And what that means is, though her term is coming to an end, she will continue to basically be an honorary board member. She'll continue to be invited to our board meetings, recognized at different functions, but just not required to do anything. So now everything is voluntary. So thank you, Dr. Tamika Hobbs. I don't know if she's virtual or she'll see this eventually, but if we could give her a round of applause, I think that'd be nice. We'll go ahead and move forward. Our next recognition goes to Miss Elise Jones. Miss Elise Jones is also a member of our Board of Visitors who has served for the past 2 years. This organization, when we started in 2015, part of that vision was to host an annual conference. I went to Dr. Rosalind Clark Artis, who was our president of FMU at that time, and I said, hey, I want to start this organization and eventually host a conference. She said, why wait for eventually? You should do it now. And because of that, in 2016, we hosted our first HBCU symposium, and Miss Elise Jones, who works for the White House Initiative on HBCUs, came down to FMU to help make this a success. And she came all years that we hosted this symposium in 2016, 17, and 18. And like we said, 2 years ago, she joined our board. She's been really instrumental in forming a partnership between us and the White House. It was because of her support that we were able to partner with the White House to present HBCU Day of Prayer as part of National HBCU Week. Last year, it was virtual. If you all go on our website, you'll be able to find the recording. And in the future, we're hoping to make that in person. So because of the wonderful work that Ms. Elise has done to help us work with the White House and form that partnership, though her term is coming to an end, we would like to recognize her with this emeritus status, so she will also continue to be an honorary member of our board. I believe Ms. Elise Jones might be virtual. I think, Elise, are you here?
Yes, I'm on the line virtually.
She's here. Is there a way for us to hear her? Yes, to give is, while we get the sound, Elise, I'd also like to publicly congratulate her and also recently becoming a wife. She just got married. So there's a lot of cool things going on. So, Elise, we're getting the sound set up so we can hear you.
Okay.
We can hear you now.
Oh, wonderful. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Marquise. Thank you so much for this shout out and this recognition. It's truly an honor and a pleasure. I've been working with Marquise for some years now, and it's been really amazing just to see his ideas and his visions come to life. I know that my time as a board member will be coming to an end, but I'm thankful that we've cultivated a relationship because this is really great work that you all are doing. And I'm happy to support in any way, in any capacity, regardless of my board status. So thank you so much for the support. And congratulations on all the good work thus far. I look forward to continue to supporting this organization. Thank you.
Thank you, Elise. Can we give her a round of applause? And moving forward with our next award, or our next recognition, we'll be recognizing Madam Laurel Davis, who will be ascending to our national coordinator. Laurel has been very instrumental in making everything happen. I can't remember your member number top of my head. I think it's 1, 2, or 3, but well, this is number 1 right here. I think Laurel might be number 2. She was the first dues paying member, but we recognize her as member 2 because you remember member 1 when this all started. But all that being said, she's been there from the very beginning. She helped us start the organization at Florida Memorial University. And since then, we have grown outside of FMU, and Laurel has been there every single step of the way. She's served in many different capacities, some of them all at once. There were times she would call and say, what's my position again, or what am I today? But regardless of what was going on, she remained dedicated to the organization. And we would like to, this position, national coordinator, we are going to add this to our constitution to make this a constitutional position so that it comes with all of the benefits and things that go along with all of our other constitutional positions. And her primary role will be to make more programs like this happen. So Laurel was not just instrumental, she was the lead in coordinating everything that's happening today. She planned all of this from Valdosta. So if she could do all of this from Valdosta, Georgia, and plan a whole event in Miami, imagine her abilities. So we really look forward to continue working with her. And I would just like to congratulate her on this honor, and hopefully she might have a few words. No words. Okay. We do have some things that will be coming her way in the future. Laurel was also our leader of the year last year, our very first leader of the year. So we owe her quite a few different awards, but round of applause for Laurel. We can go ahead and move forward. I might be rotating out sometime soon. Okay, so Miss Michelle Hollinger. Michelle Hollinger has also been with us from the very beginning. I was introduced to her by Dr. Tamika Bradley Hobbs. Hey, you want to start this organization? You have to meet this wonderful woman. She is not an HBCU graduate, but she cares about HBCU so much that she started her own initiative called the HBCU GAP program, Graduate Achievement Plan, I want to say it is, to support students in graduating. She came to our very first symposium in 2016 and has remained an active part of the organization. She joined our board 2 years ago as an associate visitor, which is basically the general kind of capacity of a visitor. Everyone joins the board as an associate visitor, and then there's different office positions. She's remained very dedicated to the organization, has helped secure donations and other opportunities. And because of all of that, we would like to promote her to our senior visitor, making her the co-chair of the board of visitors. She is not here with us today. She recently experienced a loss in her family, but if she could have been here, she definitely would have been here. So round of applause for Ms. Hollinger. And our next ascension is in the house with us today, the Reverend Dr. Centaurus Brown, who is a fellow graduate of the illustrious Florida Memorial University. In the entire world, and we're very thankful for all that he has done for the organ. He's also a graduate of Turner Tech, and I believe we have some Turner Tech alumni in the house too, don't we? Yeah, okay, cool. But very helpful, always a listening ear, always a call away. We've had some campaigns where we were struggling a bit, and I give him a call and say, hey, we need some help rallying some donations, and he'll jump in there and say, I'm here to do what I have to do. So we're very excited to promote him to our general visitor. In this capacity, he will now be the chair of the Board of Visitors. So we started the board 2 years ago. I will be honest, I wasn't comfortable appointing a chair until we knew what this would look like. So I served as the chair, but now I'm ready to relinquish all of that to Dr. Brown. He will also be a trustee of the organization. So he'll be involved in a lot more things and moving forward. But thank you for everything, Dr. Brown. We are going to allow him to speak in a second. Before we do that, I would like to recognize him with, I just walk over this, okay? We do have this award for him. He has his own gavel that has his name written over it, and it says it's being appointed to our visitor and chair of the Board of Visitors. So thank you for everything. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And do I have to hit it? Go ahead. Oh, okay. Thank you. And I think that this time, after doing that, we'll go ahead and give him the opportunity to say some words. I don't know what's going to be. I think you're right.
Good morning. I greet you as a proud graduate of the illustrious Florida Memorial University, the best HBCU anywhere. Even though there are 106 other repeats, but we are the best. So I'm grateful to be here this morning and certainly grateful to serve as the chair of the board now and grateful to Marquise. Marquise also and a few other people in here went to the best high school in Miami-Dade County, William H. Turner Technical Arts High School. I'm proud to say that I graduated in the class of 2000. That was a long time ago. And even more, my wife graduated in the class of 1999, so she's older than me. So at least that makes me feel better. But we're very, very happy about the work that we're doing. And Marquise touched upon some of the things that I wanted to highlight this morning, but I do want to celebrate all of the visitors who are now moving into emeritus status. Dr. Hobbs and Michelle, I thank them so much for what they have done for the organization. And I'm not Michelle, excuse me, Elise. And certainly again, Elise, congratulations on your recent wedding. We're very, very happy for you. And we look forward to working with Michelle. If ever there was a time where HBCUs are needed and important, it's now. As all of us know who went to an HBCU, HBCUs are magical places because they take students who would not necessarily sometimes get an opportunity. They give us one. They make us and develop us into excellent leaders and community advocates, and then empower us to go out and do the impactful work that we're doing. So now, if ever, especially in the state of Florida, we need HBCUs. And so I'm thankful to everybody who's here virtually and in person today for the work that you're doing. And I also want to bring to forefront our May Day campaign. As you heard, this is our 8th year of existence. And so this year we are hoping to raise $8,000. And so our May Day campaign goes throughout the entire month of May. Any donation you can give, please do so. Well, we are looking forward to do that. And if anybody wants to just give us $8,000, we'll take that today as well, because I'm sure somebody in the room can write a check for that. So, but thank you for being here. We look forward to continuing to do the great work that we do. And we celebrate Marquise, and we celebrate everybody who has been with this organization from the beginning. And Marquise is a prime example to remind us, never allow anybody to stop you from dreaming, and never allow anybody to tell you what you can't do. So I think we need to give him another resounding round of applause for the great work that he has done. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Dr. Brown. I'm gonna do it how we do it in church. Now we've come to a part where everybody can play if they so wish. He said someone can write a check for $8,000. They also say in church, it's in the house. So I don't know how many zeros y'all might have. And if y'all don't have it now, that means maybe the person next to you might have it. So what we are going to do is, I'm gonna ask Shelly Ann to maneuver to the awards table, which will also serve as our donation table to my right. As soon as I find this, but you will see in your envelope, a donation envelope. If you, oh, there it is, great, thank you so much. There are many ways to give. You can give by Cash App, by Zelle. I think that last one there is PayPal. Where is it? And so if you would like to, at this moment, fill out or fill in the donation envelope and bring it to this table. I'm gonna do a little auction. So if anyone, or a little match, if anyone wants to match my donation of $20, that would be lovely. Or, half of 20 is 10, or if we all can give $8 for 8 years, that will be even better. So whatever you choose to do is great. But it's a part that anybody can play for the good of HBCUs, for the good of the legacy, for the good of the advancement of our institution. Yes. Oh, you can, yes, like we do in church. She's gonna walk around if you would like to do that. And as Dr. Brown said, this event also does kick off our May Day campaign. So from now until May 31st, our hope, our goal, our aspiration is to raise $8,000 for 8 years. And so if you ask where your money is going, events like this, it goes to care packages, it goes to scholarships, it goes to apprenticeships, internships, things that we are doing for HBCU students. So you never have to wonder if we are using your money for our personal advancement. It is all for things of the organization. I'm sorry we don't have like a building fund, but we do have like a little meter maybe. So you can see and know where your money is going. We also, again, would like to take this moment to recognize our partners, our sponsors. Our partners have provided some of the items that are on your table. And then our partners and our sponsors have also donated to our organization, donated to this effort. I'd also like to take this time to thank, wow, it's leaving my mind, our caterers, family-owned, Black-owned, Miami Kitchen Creation, that's it, who has provided brunch for us that we will enjoy. I went back there and I smelled salmon croquettes, I smelled turkey sausage, I smelled eggs and grits. So if you are in the area, reach out to Miami Kitchen Creations and they will get you right. And if you just want to text your friend, text your cousin, say, hey, I'm giving to this organization, you want to match, can you do half? If y'all need 8, they do 4, you do 4, that's $8 right there. There is a way for us to get the funds to better the legacy, advancement, and purpose of our institutions. Now, I also heard something that upset my spirit. They said that Florida Memorial University was the best HBCU in the land. And I don't know about that. I know I'm in lion country, lion territory, but as a proud Morehouse College Maroon Tiger, as the proud product of a Rattler, I beg to differ. I beg to differ. But the beautiful thing about it is that all our institutions are family and they all serve the same purpose. And so while you all are giving or thinking about ways to give, sharing, whether that's on Zelle, PayPal, Cash App, as you do that, we are going to hear a beautiful selection from now the Mrs. Gia Macon. beautiful. Can we give it one more time for Gia and our saxophonist? I'm not gonna try to follow behind that. That's okay. Marquise will be joining us once more to do some more awards and recognitions. Although we had our official offering, our official time of donation, you all can give throughout the program. You all can give from now until May 31st because we do have a goal. Now we will hear from Marquise as he comes from our tech room. And I do hope, again, that you all are enjoying yourselves. You all were patient and flexible with us through our technical difficulties. And we really appreciate that. And so we do hope that you will join us next year, which I will release the date for that very, very soon. Marquise. Like the dew in the morning. Thank you. All right, one more time for our founder. Woo! Yeah, our founder. We can actually fry some really good chicken wings.
Wow. Okay. Thank you, Gia, for that beautiful selection. I hope it's okay to share, but Gia is one of our donors. I believe she's reflected in the program as a friend of Rdevia because she gives to the organization, because she cares so much about our HBCUs as a graduate of Florida Memorial University. But I would be remiss to say that she's not just a friend of the organization, but she is a friend of mine. We have been best friends since 6th grade. I don't know how many years ago that was. 2010. So that's 13 years. And she went 16. And if you all have a program from last year, you'd see last year her name was Gia Brown Henderson. This year her name is Gia Macon because she recently got married. We could give her a round of applause. And I think she has some other news that'll be coming out in the future. So with all that being said, we'll go ahead and move forward. We will speed this along. But we want y'all to eat. So I don't know what's happening up there, but I'm gonna pull this up on my phone and we're going to go from there. So at some point, you probably saw a screen up here that showed this is where we started the day with our donations. I think they shared earlier, we have until May 31 to reach our $8,000 goal. That's the last day of our fiscal year. We started today at $225. I think at some point later on, we'll update you all on where we are now, made possible by you. But with that being said, we'll move forward with the rest of our awards. And while they get that up, I'll just go ahead, again, in the interest of time. We are starting a new award this year, our Partner of the Year. And that award, there is no representative here today to receive it, but that award will go to Bite Me Incorporated. It's led by Deborah Tuggle. She is a Black woman who owns her business, and for the past 3 years, she has donated beautiful cookies. The large cookies you see is donated from her organization all the way in Washington State. And she continues to support and says that she'll always be here for us. Everything you see on your table is donated by a Black-owned business, but we want to give this award to her because of her support for the last 3 years. We'll be sure that some way, somehow, she gets her award in the mail maybe, or we'll probably see her again at her family reunion that she started inviting us to. And yeah, and we'll see who our Partner of the Year is next year. And moving forward, our Leader of the Year, if you all look in your booklet, our Leader of the Year is going to Sir Zion Gates Norris. There's a whole lot of information here. Zion, I'm not sure if he's online, but if he's online, maybe he can let us know, but he's not here in person. But Zion has been a wonderful asset to our organization. You can read all the wonderful things that he's done here since joining the organization 5 years ago in 2018. He served on the presidential campaign for Joe Biden, and he was the person who helped make Jennifer Lewis possible when we went to FMU a few months ago. So there's so many things that he's done that we can't tell it all, but if you take the time to read this, you'll see all of that. Speaking of Leader of the Year, last year's Leader of the Year was Laurel Davis. We did not have our award ready last year, but we do have them this year. So Laurel is, I don't know Laurel is, but I will have to present her award at this time from last year since we didn't get the opportunity to do so. Again, this has been completely virtual, so now that we have this in-person component, I will give her award from last year, and we might do the same thing next year with Zaya. He's not here in person, so maybe he'll get his award next. So this is the Lead Up the Year Award for Laurel, who was our first Lead Up the Year last year. Maybe we can do a round of applause for her. I don't know what you take.
I don't know.
Somebody got somewhere to go. There you go.
Oh, thank you.
Cool.
That's heavy. It's nice.
Cool. So, moving forward, our next award is our Rdevia of Distinction. This is the only award, to my understanding today, that we're awarding that is part of our Constitution. We want it to be intentional in creating an opportunity to recognize our members who we recognize as Rdevians, who make our work possible. Unlike our other awards, we can have, Laurel can be the Leader of the Year again next year. Deb Tuggle can be the Partner of the Year again next year, but their Rdevia of Distinction is awarded once in a lifetime, and the person who receives this award will join our Board of Visitors. We're excited to present this award to Dion Rode today. A round of applause for Dion. You will see what all that comes with. But again, we're going to present this to Dion Rode. Dion drove down from South Carolina to be here today. So. Cool. Thanks a lot. So Dion is not just an Rdevia or a member of the organization, but you'll see that he recently launched his own scholarship where he's awarding $1,000 to a FAMU or Claflin student who's pursuing a degree online. But he also went a bit further and said for the finalists, even though they were all so wonderful, that he wants to give them each $250. That way, none of the finalists leave empty-handed. So thanks again, Dion, for everything that you do. We'll go ahead and move forward with probably the piece that everyone's looking forward to today, our scholarship awards. So again, our scholarships are made possible by generous donors who give funds to provide directly to students. We will move forward. And our first, the next slide will actually recognize our scholarship committee and judges who helped design our scholarship program and how that should go. And they helped review applications. So every application was reviewed twice. The way the process works is every application is reviewed twice by a judge. And then the top finalists go to the person who gave the money, the benefactor. So for instance, out of like the 30 applicants for Dion's scholarship, 3 finalists were selected. They went to Dion and he made the decision from those 3 who won the scholarship. So thank you to our scholarship committee and scholarship judges who help make our lives easier. Moving forward, our first scholarship we will award today will be the Dr. Irene Posey Award of Excellence. This is a $500 scholarship that is awarded to a student, a rising HBCU freshman. So basically any graduating high school senior in the country can apply for this. They say, I'm going to an HBCU, they apply for the scholarship and they possibly win. These are our 2 finalists, Madison Baldwin and Carson Freeman, who I believe are online with us today. Before we announce the winner, we'll hear some words from Dr. Posey, who sent the recording, and she will announce the winner herself. I do believe I'm going to have to help them with this though. So y'all give me 1 second.
To attend HBCU institutions. Now, thank you for the opportunity to support Rdevia's goal of ensuring our HBCU institutions thrive and survive. I started the Award of Excellence Scholarship to provide a small measure of financial support to African American students desiring to attend HBCU institutions. Now, even more than ever, we must support the enrollment of African American students in HBCU schools. A good example of what's happening in Florida. In Florida, House Bill 999 seeks to erase the existence of the contributions made by African Americans and the inhumane treatment of African Americans during a very dark and shameful period. But it is often said, be careful what you ask for. The bill will most likely eliminate student unions on PWI campuses and affect recruitment efforts to attract African American athletes to those schools. However, HBCU institutions house brick and mortar examples of American history in the truest form. At Florida A&M University, lynching trees still stand on the campus, and artifacts of slavery are meticulously embedded in the sidewalks and buildings on the campus. The Carnegie Library at FAMU was built in 1908 because the old library, given to the then State Normal and Industrial College for college students, known as FAMU today, was located in a mansion owned by the Florida Governor, William Polk Duval. The old library was also a former slave plantation and was burned to the ground in 1905, and the Carnegie Library was built on the site. What history, what magnificent history that cannot be erased. This is why it's important to attend an HBCU institution, to walk amongst the history-making fields and schools and artifacts. And this is why Rdevia exists today. This is why I often offer as much support as possible through scholarships and sponsorships of African American students seeking to attend an HBCU institution. To continue this mission, 2 applications were submitted for review. One from Madison Baldwin and one from Carlson Friedman. Both are extraordinary young people, which made it very difficult to choose. Madison even listed FAMU, my alma mater, as one of her schools of choice. She was a Girl Scout and I was a Girl Scout. She was a service leader for special needs students and a member of the National Honor Society. Carlson Friedman did not select Florida A&M as one of his possible schools of choice, but he did select Howard University, the beloved school that gave birth to my precious Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated Pink and Green Sisters. He worked in media relations at the Baltimore City Fire Department and plans to make his presence known in a predominantly white career field as a journalist. He too is an honor student. However, what struck my attention the most with Carlson was an incident he shared in his essay that happened to him in elementary school. He talked about doing a unit on slavery. His teacher was doing a unit on slavery. Carlson and another Black student in the class were instructed to stand in front of the class. The teacher told them that they were reenacting a slave auction. He and the other student were to be the slaves. This was Carlson's first time feeling that his race affected his education in a negative way. After reading both applications, I selected Carlson Friedman as the recipient of the E. Renee Posey Award of Excellence Scholarship. I expect you to continue the good fight through journalism, Carlson. Congratulations. And I leave you with this quote from Florence Scovel Shinn. No man is your enemy. No man is your friend, but every man is your teacher. And to guide you through life, here's a really good book to read. Other than the good book, I'd like you to take a look at The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Rodriguez. This book has guided me through some very difficult situations and has helped me to deal with them with ease. So let me end by saying thank you all for the opportunity to serve my community and help young people. Congratulations again, Carlson Freeman.
Thank you, Dr. Posey, for endowing this award with us, and congratulations to Carson Freeman, the winner of the Dr. Posey Award of Excellence. Round of applause for Carson. Our next scholarship, I believe I will be announcing myself, will be the, let me just double check. Yes, it will be the Jared D. Benjamin Emerging Leaders Scholarship. This scholarship is endowed by Mr. Jared Benjamin, who donates $1,750 each year to give scholarships to male students who attend an HBCU in Louisiana. So they must be male, they must go to HBCU in Louisiana. He provides $250 to a rising sophomore, $500 to a rising junior, and $1,000 to a rising senior. At some point, we'll see the finalists on the screen. We did not have any applicants for the Rising Sophomore Award this year, or applications, but we did have applications for the $500 and $1,000 award. Those finalists, again, will be recognized at some point, but their names are Brendan, Kyle, and Demiso, and Chamberlain. I believe we'll see their pictures up there at some point. But if we do not see their pictures, I do see some of them are in the Zoom room with us. And I will go ahead in the interest of time and announce the winners of those scholarships. So the $500 for a rising junior will be going to Mr. Chamberlain Newman, who is a student at Xavier University of Louisiana. And the $1,000 award for rising senior will be going to Mr. Kyle Davis, who is a student at Southern University and A&M College. I see Kyle, if he would like to say anything, and if Chamberlain is here, if he would like to say anything to thank Jared and possibly those who help make all this possible, feel free to take a few seconds to do so.
Good morning, everyone. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Good morning. My name is Kyle Davis. I'm from Breaux Bridge, Louisiana, and I attend Southern University, majoring in electrical engineering. And I will be working with Lockheed Martin upon graduation in Fort Worth, Dallas, Texas. I would like to thank Reverend and Mr. Benjamin for offering the scholarship opportunity and selecting me. And I'd like to thank everybody that was a part of this, down to the committee and the judges. I truly appreciate this support. It always feels good to know that we have people on the other side that support us financially and in spirit to help us along this very, very treacherous journey going from, boy to man. So I truly appreciate this opportunity, truly appreciate the scholarship. And in the future, I look forward to paying it forward, because my end goal is to become a philanthropist. So I'd like to thank everyone again for selecting me and just offering this opportunity to students that are financially needs the support. So thank you again. I truly appreciate it, and hopefully I could pay it forward in the near future. Thank you.
Is Chamberlain online? If he is not, I've been notified that Carson Freeman, the winner of the Dr. Posey Scholarship, is online. we did not give Carson the opportunity to say anything. Carson, would you like to give a few words?
Sure. Yes, I would love to give a few words. First, I'd like to thank Dr. Posey for giving me this opportunity. And next, like I said in the chat, that I hope to continue to fight in the field of journalism. And as you said, it is a predominantly white dominated field. And therefore, although I know that it will be difficult because of my race, as well as I saw back in elementary school as well, I know that in the future that I'll be able to make a positive change and our stories can be told to enact a positive change. Because in this world right now, especially in the media, a lot of people don't trust a lot of Black people don't trust the media because of the ways that we are portrayed inside the media. So I want to make that positive change, and through this scholarship, I think that I'm able to go to college, get the know-how, and be put in a be able to be put inside of a job position where I'll be able to enact that change. So I just want to thank everyone here, and hopefully I'll be on the nightly news one day.
Our last scholarship that we'll announce today will be our newest scholarship. That is the Epic HBCU Journey Distance Learning Scholarship. That is started by Sir Dion Rode, who is in the house with us. Again, a reminder, this is $1,000 for a student who attends FAMU in Tallahassee or Claflin University, and they're pursuing their degree online. We'll allow Dion to give a few words about the scholarship and announce the winner.
Epic HBCU Journey was a project I started to visit every HBCU in the country. Yesterday, I was gracious. I had the opportunity to visit Florida Memorial. It was beautiful. That's stop number 79 on the trip. And through this process, the goal is to try to capture the magic of these schools firsthand. And through that, one way of giving back is the Distance Learning Scholarship. I got my bachelor's from the illustrious Claflin University, and I got my master's of public health from Florida A&M. So the scholarship is open to any online student at Florida A&M or Claflin, just a way of giving back. I know the struggles. And this year's winner is Miss Alicia Clark. Is she here?
Yes, I'm here online. Good morning. Can you all hear me? Yes, good morning. Hi, good morning, everyone, on this beautiful afternoon. Thank you so much for the opportunity to receive this scholarship. Like you said, it definitely is a struggle. I am a full-time mom. I work full-time, and this helps a lot in me further pursuing my master's degree. And so thank you again for having me and for including this new scholarship this year.
It was a hard decision, but the two finalists also will get $250. Thank you all for putting in the hard work. Again, I know the struggle, and thank y'all for having me.
Thank you, Dion, and congratulations to Alicia and all of our scholarship recipients today. With that being said, we will go ahead and we will move forward with the scholarship announcement. As this screen populates, I would like to announce that next year, our newest scholarship will be the Dr. Tiffany Tuma Soaring to Service Award. And this will be $1,000 for a student from Augusta, Georgia, who attends an HBCU. And it says us, but it should be is actively involved. I typed that, so it's my bad. With their campus, community, and or church. So we look forward to seeing who's the winner of not just all the scholarships we awarded today next year, but this new one. And hopefully we might even have some other ones that pop up throughout the year. With that being said, I think we are right at 12 o'clock. So we will go ahead and prepare for our closing. I am not sure if we have any updates on where we are with May Day, but for those who have donated, thank you for that. And please remember, we have up until May 31 to reach our goal. But even beyond that, there is always a need. So your donations are always welcome. I believe that they might be working on some way to recognize everybody. I think Laurel might want to share a screen to recognize those who have donated today before we move forward with our benediction. While she does that, I can safely recognize some of those who at least gave online via Zelle and Cash App. Thank you to Alexis Curry, who donated $60. Thank you to Sade Bowens, who's donated $20. Thank you to Stacia Saunders, who's donated $20. Gia Macon, who has donated $20. And Marshonda Cheatham, who has donated $20. And our chair of the board, Santaris Brown, who donated $100. And before he left, made a pledge of $500 before May 31. I'm not certain that encapsulates everyone. I know there are some other people who gave other ways. I'm sorry, I don't have that information in front of me, but we will, as we always do, recognize all of our donors, and we publish our donors on our website so anyone can see who gives to the organization. With that being said, we do have a benediction that's prepared somewhere, but if we can't get it up quickly, I'll turn this over to anyone who would like to pray us out and pray over the food so we can eat. I think I see someone shuffling. So if not, next to her, I know we have a pastor in the house who might want to pray for us. I know we have, I think, a divinity or theology student in the house who might want to. We got a lot of people who could pray. My auntie, she's a minister, she could pray. All of us could pray. So, but whoever wants to pray us out, thank you all for being here today. Our last announcement on Shelly Ann's Way Up is due in the morning next year. Will be Saturday, April 6th. It will always be the first Saturday of April. So please mark your calendars. We'll be sure that y'all know well in advance. And hopefully next year we have a better idea of how to make all of this work. I hope you all enjoy your breakfast or your brunch, and thank you for everything.
Let us pray over the food. Most gracious God, we thank you for bringing each and every individual here. We thank you for the words, the scholarships, each and everything that has gone forth today, God. Thank you for the individuals that's on Zoom right now, God. God, as we get ready to eat, God, we ask that you bless this food. Thank you for the ones who prepared it and that it nourish our body. In your name I pray, amen.
Yes, the food is self-service. I'm sure you guys know.